So pour a glass of craft beer, we can do this. Yeah.
What's good, y'all? This is C Certified Brewhead, and welcome back to another video here on BAOS. This evening, we are talking about beer blending. So there's a couple ways, or a couple different types of blending, really. There's the post-production blending, where maybe people get 2 cans of beer or bottles of beer, just blend them up, maybe more if you want to be zany. You just blend that shit and you can have a bit of fun with it. That's probably for another video that we'll do down the track. Right now, though, this is something that's very, very cool. It is kind of along those lines, I guess, but the idea is to replicate the original type of blending, which is, you know, when beers are aged in barrels, typically, they are, say if you're making a sour, like a wild fermented sour or something, you would have a whole bunch of different individual barrels with the same beer, and all those barrels have their own yeast and their own cultures in there doing their thing that might be slightly different to the rest. So the idea is that, say you've got 6 barrels, you would, you know, the brewers and the team would go and put all of those barrels into, or a portion of those barrels into different glasses, and then mix different percentages, maybe 25, 75, or if there's 2, or you see what I'm saying? Like it could be like 25, 25, 25, 25 for 4 different barrels, so on and so forth, and they'll see what, you know, works for them, and sometimes they'll add in a young beer to blend it out, etc. So to give, I've never actually done this before, by the way, and to give us, you know, here at home an idea or a bit of a, you know, fun example of how this goes, Alafut put together this bad boy right here, which is not showing up on the screen. I'm gonna tap it. There you go. So it's Shy Riff. I don't know what the riff is, but Shy is the place where they keep the barrels. I'm not sure even what that is in English, but just the warehouse where they keep it. It's kind of makeshift, so I don't know if it was just sent out to media or whatever. They've put together a very interesting pair of beer. The first is their base. So this beer, I don't know why this camera is not autofocusing. There we go. So this is a base de Kriek, so a cherry base that they use for mixing. In the back of the can I'm looking at right now, it says pour assemblage seulement, so for blending only. So the idea is that this beer isn't in Untapped or anything like that. They must have just taken their base of cherry, which I imagine is for their Rouge de Mackinac, which is their kind of Flanders red style cherry ale. And they also gave us this bad boy right here, which is Cow Sur Framboise. Their, is it Blanche or Sour? Saison Sur. So a sour saison with raspberry. One of their flagship beers is actually really damn good. And this is the new, I imagine, heart print can, all over printed can. I've never seen that before. So the idea of this pack is that we take the 2 beers and we blend them into different percentages. So as you can see here on the old camera B, I have a nice flight of 4 different glasses, and I'm going to try different things. So on the back here, I'm going to put that up there so you can see it, Dan. They have suggestions where they're like 75-25, 50-50, and they left 2 blanks so you can do your own different percentages, 70-30, 40-60, etc. It's pretty cool. I'm excited to try it because, like I said, I've never actually tried blending beer before. So with that said, I'm going to put that there in front of that can, if that's all nice and focused. Let's check the cherry. The interesting thing about this one, I've never actually tried the base. I've had Rouge de Mackinac like a bunch. So, oh my gosh, it smells just like, wow, this is really funky. I'm going to do that up here so you can see a little bit, Dan. All right, that actually even looks like Rouge de Mackinac right there. So the base, it's with Griot cherries, which I believe is sour cherries. Super funky nose. God damn, this is what Rouge de Mackinac tastes like beforehand. Alright. Okay, so let's just start here. So maybe I'll try, I don't know, is that 25%? Maybe let's do a little dash more. 25. And I can do 75%. I should have opened this one. So that could be an interesting one. Like the raspberry, this one is pretty strong with the raspberries. Yeah, pretty funky. So let's see how that goes. It feels weird. I feel like I'm like doing something bad. That's kind of cool. Do I get 25, 75? Get a little dash more. Alright, let's try that. Get in here. Okay. Alright, so you can get like a little bit, because it's only 25%. That tartness is kind of like that enamel stripping, barrel aged, sour tartness in there. So it's not overpowering. It just kind of adds a little bit of like more funk to a beer that isn't really funky there. So next one, let's just do 50-50. So this bad boy, it's probably 50-50 right there. Looks, let's just do like color wise. Basically than the light. Feels like a little darker, maybe because the base is a little darker. Interesting. Get that in you. All right, so it's a little funkier. More, you know, the presence of the cherries and that real wild sour vibes are definitely up higher. But they're significantly more mellow, of course, than just having the base by itself. What's another percentage? So I've got 75-75. I could do the other way around. 75-25, but the 75 being the cherry. Why not? All right, let's try this. Get in ya. Interesting. So it's like a slightly toned down version of the base. Interesting. Okay, that works. So what's another combo you reckon? Should we do like
80-20?
to which one?
To more
the Cowser. All right, 80-20. Actually, because we just did 75-25. Should we do like 60-40?
Yeah, do 60-40.
All right, so tell me what you reckon 60 is. See, because actually I don't think we've poured this one first.
Yeah, that should be.
It's about 60?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So look at that nice pink head. Actually, I didn't even taste this by itself, but I've had it a bunch. Yeah, it's a little bit, I wouldn't say funky, super drying, not very sweet at all. This is definitely a lot sweeter there. That should be 60-40, particularly with the head. All right, we'll see how that goes. It's crazy how the color changes as well. All right, cheers. Okay, so as far, this is cool. It's all good. So as far as the combo, so we have the first one was 25 cherry, 75 saison. This is really good actually because it just adds like a little bit more kick to a beer that's pretty chill. It's a you know, crushable beer. That's why it's their flagship, right? 50-50. Definitely a little more intense. There's a bite in this base that makes it a little harder to completely like crush. So the 25-75 with this being 75 is a lot more drinkable. This is the 25-75 the other way around, so hence it's probably the darkest
So
one
more
here, the
cherry
haziest.
color.
More cherry, yeah. It's actually pretty good, but it's a different beer. It's not the same thing, right? Like the 75 of the Cowser is more just like a slightly ramped up version of this. I guess this is a slightly watered down version of the cherry base. So it's not the same product in the end. And then finally we did the 60-40, 60 being the Cowser, so a little bit more harsh than the first one. No, a little bit lighter than the first one. It's really good too. Honestly though, as much as I like the base cherry, and Rouge is one of my favorite beers in Quebec. Probably my favorite's the 50-50. Just because it's like the 75% Cowser. So like this, it's just like just a nice amount. Maybe it's not the warmest night tonight, but it's sort of like just a nice balanced version. I mean, these other beers, I do like them. You can't have too much of them because they're so intense. They kind of give you that acid reflux a bit sometimes. At least for me, maybe I'm old. Yeah, it's like a nice, fun. This is a cool experiment though, yo. So like, I really appreciate doing this. I might even change my mind afterwards when we'll drink through them and see what we think. But yeah, this is great. Seriously, well done, À La Foot, for doing this. I would love to see more breweries, particularly those. I mean, their Shy is fucking massive. Like, when we went 2 years ago, I think they had 150 to 200 barrels, and that's pretty big. And the way they separated I guess it was the base, or at least the Rouge de Mackinac, was so wild with the different toasted barrels, like medium, light, and dark toasted barrels, and like there were different temperatures. There was like a room that was cold, then kind of like a medium cold room, and then just the ambient temperature. It was just like one of the coolest things I've seen as far as barrels are concerned. So this is perfect. I love it. If you see it around, please grab it. I don't know if they're selling it like this, just because this has got like tape on it and stuff, and it's like a sticker on a box. So I don't know if really that's what they're doing, but I hope they are. I imagine they sent it for a reason. I saw them advertising it, so let's say they are. So go grab that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, smash the thumbs up, hit subscribe below, hit the notification bell,
Ding.
so you know when the new drops. Follow us on social media at BAOS Podcast, and check out the long form audio. We got a ton of content up there. We are back soon on the pod. Guys, appreciate you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Get it in ya. All right, so 75 cherry, 25
Yes.
Kelso. You reckon?
I like it. It's
Yeah.
definitely less harsh than when you have this just on its own. It really
Which is
balances
intense,
out.
eh?
Yeah. But it's really nice. I really like the. It's like really sour, but then it's really malty at the same time, which is really nice. I like it.
You're right. That's that malt.
Oh.
You should add more of the cow
More
sour.
of the casserole. And
then
make
that will
almost
make
a
it-
50-50.
Hey, this is kind of cool because then you're
It's
like
cool. I like this.
you get to drink it for a bit, water it down. Ooh, touch more. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. You still got. Oh, you still got a little bit more to
Little-
fuck around.
Yeah.
So and then if you put a bit more of those both in there, it's probably just going to continue at 50.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Then you should probably keep watering it down with that, and then you can water it back up the
Wow,
top.
it's literally a very different beer.
Isn't it?
This
So
is
this is
insane.
back to the 50-50. All right, now what you should do, drown it out with this,
With this.
and then at the end add the rest of the cherry. Yeah, or you get the fucking yeast in there too, so you get that
Yeah.
good fruit. So that is more probably closer to this now, which is
Yeah.
75-25.
Okay. Wow. It honestly just changes the beer so much. This is crazy.
Yeah, what a fun experiment.
This
Well
is
done,
insane.
Alpha Food. Seriously.